Did you know that you have a privilege over nearly 300 million people, not in money or power? It is rather in the simple yet transformational ability to read and write. Hello everyone, this is Omar Farid, a literacy ambassador from Egypt, and this is an overview of the first module. So if I can divide this module into three main questions. What? Why? So what? What basically about the facts, statistics about this problem, illiteracy. Why? It talks about the main causes and reasons for this. And so what? It discusses further the qualities of those who are responsible to change the situation or to improve the word literacy. So to start with, what? In this section, I came to know many interesting yet shocking facts about literacy in today's world. Not only did I learn about the number of children out of school, but also the number of people in school and yet unable to read and write. Because it's one thing to be officially enrolled in a school, it's another to be able to read and write. We also learned more about the economic, cultural impact of just 1 year of education on an individual's life. So that was the first part. The second part about why. Why aren't people literate? There are 5 main things that might prevent people from getting a good education or from being able to read and write. Poverty, conflict, gender, disability, and finally, geography. To start from the end, whether in America, Egypt and India, the differences between a city and a village regarding the quality education is stark and it's obvious. Cities tend to have more quality education than any other part of the country, which means that those born in a rural place will be less likely to get a good education. The second reason is conflict. Disturbing places of war. The statistics have shown that people living in conflict places are less likely to be able to read and write. Basically, they're more concerned about their life safety than to have a seat and to learn to read and write. The third reason, poverty. It's obvious that to be able to read and write, one has to fulfill a certain degree of necessities. When children are poor, when they don't have enough time or enough energy to go to school, they're more likely to be illiterate. The fourth reason is gender, and this is quite common in today's world. The statistics have shown that girls are much more less likely to be literate than boys. The common idea is that education is much more useful to boys than girls, which is totally wrong. Education is equally useful to both genders. Final reason for illiteracy, disability. Although it's been recognized in many parts in today's world, it is still many countries do not even consider a special arrangement or a special kind of education modification for such people, which means that a person with disability will be more likely to be illiterate. So these are the 5 main reasons for illiteracy. Now we've learned about the issue. Let's now discuss some of the essential qualities that must be found in anyone who would like to address this issue. There are 4 main qualities. Storytelling. It's essential to have a story. Stories have far greater impact than statistics. Leadership. Leadership does not have to be political. Rather, leadership exists in pretty much everything. In education, it is especially important. Taking small, consistent steps to inspire others. The third quality, advocating. You don't have to have a mass group of people so that you can advocate for your idea. You just have to have a couple of people that you trust, that you feel safe talking and discussing your idea. It starts small and it keeps on growing. Last quality is responsibility. We have to take ownership. We have to own this cause. We have to be ready to put in time and effort and to work for it, because people will not trust us as long as we're not showing sincerity, as long as we're not showing that we do really care about this issue. This is an overall view of this module. Thank you so much for listening and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.